Hey everybody, so I'm gonna call an audible here, basically a little change of plans. So today is day 7 of my original 14-day extended water fast, water tea fast, and I'm gonna extend it to 21 days. Now, I'm not just doing it as a publicity stunt as I usually do, but all right, here's the thing. I've been reading and watching a lot of videos from Thomas Delauer, which is like a fasting expert, Dr. Berg, and everybody else. Basically, there's not a lot of studies done on extended fasts. So, not even a lot of people know what happens. But what I did end up figuring out is that if you want your body to become ketosis adapted, fat adapted, meaning that your reliance on carbs is lessened and you train your body and your brain to burn ketones instead, it's a huge benefit to your athleticism as well as your mental performance. So Thomas Delauer speaks a lot about this, but and a lot of research studies out there, actually. So when you because we are so surrounded by carbs and there's such an abundance of carbs that we overeat, and that's been kind of our living pattern ever since we were children. We were taught that way. We never condition our body and use it the way that evolution intended to, which is to be able to switch between glycogen and ketones as fuel, meaning carbohydrates and fat whenever necessary. So in a time of scarcity, we should be able to burn our stored fat as energy very efficiently. And in a time of abundant food, we just go out there and eat fruits and vegetables and nuts and, well, sometimes meat or whatever. And I think that's the way that evolution intended to design us, the human body. Not just the human body, a lot of animals have this capacity as well. And it makes total sense because in the wild, there's no way to predict if you're going to be in a well-fed state in April and then you're going to run out of food to catch, prey to catch in like May. So you need to be able to very efficiently change between these fuel energy types, fuel energy source very efficiently. Otherwise, you probably would be dead and your genes would not propagate. So I think a lot of animals have this. I'm not sure what kind of studies they did. They usually do this kind of study on mice. So I'm guessing a lot of mammals, most mammals have this capacity to be able to switch. But modern humans, we really ruin everything. We eat too much carbs because there is so much food now, such great agricultural system, and almost an overflowing in abundance. Well, in terms of our supply, the world food supply is actually going to be very, very stressed out, and there's a food scarcity problem apparently sometime in the future. But anyways, because whether that's a completely separate issue. All I'm saying is human beings, we have a much easier supply to food than wild animals, and we have basically betrayed our instinct and our instinctual evolutionary design to be able to switch between the two fuels. Basically, we just eat too much carbs because it's so abundant, it's sweet, we have cravings for it, and we're addicted to it. So, I'm gonna say some things that you might not want to hear. It's that we eat too much carbs, man. We eat too much pizza. We eat too much cookies. I'm not trying to guilt trip you. It's true. You eat too much candy, chocolate, milk chocolate, Skittles, whatever. But anyways, so that's the plan. I want to go 21 days because keto fat adaptation, excuse me, it takes quite a long time, and a lot of people who are on keto diet for a long time apparently already know this. And my body is definitely not keto adapted. Even when I did the 10-day fast, somehow that felt pretty easy. But this time around, it feels really hard because, especially because I'm weight training in the middle of this fast. But it's just that I can just totally feel that I can't push as much, I can't lift as much, I can't run as much. And I was definitely going through that keto flu, but also just the strength and athleticism is very limited because I don't think I'm keto adapted. And during keto adaptation, a miracle happens apparently. It really sounds like a miracle that the mitochondria inside every cell in your body, the powerhouse, the energy producing factory of your cells, become denser and stronger if you become keto adapted. And one of the best ways to do it is through fasting. And I can only imagine how faster it would be to do it through an extended fasting because my body is just drenched using ketones right now. So that's my reason for going from 14 days to 21 days because even when I did 10 days, I was not keto adapted. So hopefully with 21 days, I will get a little bit closer. Thomas Delauer said that it takes about 5 to 6 weeks at least to become fat adapted, keto adapted. And I think Dr. Jason Fung said even athletes take a minimum of 2 weeks to a maximum of 3 months to become keto adapted, meaning that they can perform at a high level of athleticism using ketones as fuel. And that's a long time. And but I mean, let's think about it. If you become keto adapted, you can become two sources of fuel very, very efficiently. So even when you're running a marathon or doing whatever, even if you run out of glycogen and all the stored carbohydrates in your blood, you won't bonk out. You won't bonk. You know how you just get tired because, oh my God, I'm so tired after 2 hours of running. You won't get tired because you'll be like, oh my God, 2 hours is over. Okay, let's just switch to fat as fuel. And then you'll be like a superhuman. So I thought that was all interesting. And also, just one last thing, the implication for your brain is that your brain also uses mitochondria in cells. So there's been a lot of studies about how keto adaptation causes the mitochondria in your body and your muscles to grow denser and stronger. But I can only imagine the implications when it comes to your brain because then your mitochondria in your brain cells will become stronger as well. So there's a lot of studies that say that fasting improves and protects against neurodegenerative diseases and it improves cognitive function. So maybe this is why. Okay, I talked a lot, but it's going well so far. It was really tough in the first 3 to 5 days. Today's day 7. Let's keep going. Bye-bye.